Hey guys, it's Dreas. Today I have a haul for you. So I wanted to do a haul. This is all the stuff that I purchased since my last haul, which is not that long ago. I am supposed to be on a low buy. I feel like I've loosened up the low buy a little bit, but I'm not like going out of control. However, two of these things, the first two things I'm going to show you are things that I actually ordered before my last haul. So they just didn't come in time. So really I haven't purchased that much in the last little while. It's mainly just I've received more stuff. Okay, so let's start with this. What is on my eyes today? This is the September Rose Slush palette. This is an indie brand. I believe they're based out of the UK. I say that because I paid in pounds, and with the exchange and the fact that I had to pay duty to get it into Canada, this ended up being a very expensive palette for me. And for that reason, if you're Canadian, I wouldn't recommend it because I don't think it stands up to the price that I had to pay. But if you're just like normally in the UK and it's just a normal price for you, then it might be worth it. So this is a super bright palette. I actually saw this first on Katie Marie's channel. She and I did a collab and she mentioned this palette and I was like, oh, that looks like super beautiful, and it does look super beautiful. I don't think that this is the most amazing quality in the world. I feel like this palette specifically is kind of like a middle of the road. It's not great, it's not bad. So when I say it's not great, what I'm talking about mainly, well, two things. Why is my bun itchy? Like I keep doing this. Okay, two things. Mainly the mattes I feel like are not super pigmented for as bright as they look in the palette. Like there's that bright orange right there. Do you see? So there's a really good example of what I'm talking about. And then some of the shimmers, and there really aren't a lot of shimmers, I feel like are a little bit powdery, especially the shade Bubblegum. It's very powdery, and also they don't adhere super well, and also aren't really that amazingly pigmented either. I'll give you a few more swatches of some of the bright colors because it is a very bright palette, so you can see. So there's four really bright mattes, and these ones, all of these four, I would say are probably, some of the better ones in the palette. You can see they're a lot more pigmented than that orange, but it's just a palette that it's not as great as a lot of ones that I've experienced. And of course I'm stacking it up next to other things that I own. So for me, it's just kind of middle of the road, but I do enjoy having it. I've used it a ton since I've got it. It does give you some nice colorful summertime looks, so I do like it. So years ago I randomly found a Claire Cosmetics palette in Winners. It was called the Desert Rose palette. It's kind of like a very similar vibe to the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. I talked about it a lot. I really love that palette. It's great quality. So randomly, back when I was off work in quarantine, I got this ad on Instagram for Claire Cosmetics, and it was a bundle, and it's these three palettes here. So there's Shanghai, Ibiza, and Abu Dhabi. Packaging is really pretty. Like look at the eyes on the front on all of these. But it was in a moment of weakness for me because I saw this ad and I was like, oh my god, I need that right now. It's gonna sell out, blah blah. I think I ended up paying $70 for all three of these palettes, when all was said and done. And okay, and then when I received them, I remembered, I had this like base memory going, you've seen these before. And then I realized I had purchased, I think just one of them. I had bought one in Winners, didn't like the quality, and returned it. So in any case, I ended up with all three of these because obviously can't return them. But this is the only one I've used so far. So this one is the Shanghai. It is very kind of like soft pinks and a few purple tones. So there's a few purple tones down here, but mainly like peachy pinks. And I feel like I got kind of nice, like subtle looks out of this. I only used it a few times. I feel like the formula is kind of similar to the September Rose palette there, where not like overly pigmented, although I feel like the shimmers in this maybe are a little, well, they're better off the bat, but I feel like they kind of faded throughout the day. They didn't they didn't remain super shiny throughout the day, which is always kind of disappointing. When I bought this bundle, I knew I was going to want to give one of these to Alex, and I messaged her and asked her which one of the other two she wanted, and she couldn't decide, so I might just give her both of them. They're not, I don't think they're going to be the best, so, you know, I don't know that I want to gift like things that aren't amazing, but I don't think they're bad either, and I just don't see myself using them now, so I might just do that. But anyways, this is the Abu Dhabi palette. I'm hoping that maybe they'll be really good, because I just use the really subtle ones, so who knows. But anyway, this one is like kind of deep jewel tones and deeper mattes. So obviously I'm not going to swatch these because I think I'm going to give them away. And then this one, this is the most colorful of all of them. So this is the Ibiza palette. And this one has a lot of like, this whole row on, well, the top, but the bottom, as you're seeing it, is all shimmers, and they all look like very deep jewel tones. And then you've got a lot of blue and some purple and some pink in this one as well. So this one is obviously the most colorful out of all three. I just don't know what to think. So maybe the lesson here is don't just buy things on Instagram without researching them first. I've been to the drugstore many times in the last few months, but really bought almost no makeup. I bought fake nails. Like all the nails that you see on me are all fake kiss nails lately, because I don't know. I feel like, Jesus Christ. Whoa. It is windy out there, and the wind is like blowing things around. I should really lower my umbrella. By the way, my deck is so nice. I decorated my deck for the first time ever. I'm like, this is like living space we could be using, and we're not using it, so we're decided to use it. Anyways, okay, been to the drugstore so many times, and haven't bought a lot of makeup, but I bought this. This is literally the only thing I've purchased from the drugstore that is makeup. And this is a Physicians Formula lip product. So this is new from them. These are the Organic Wear Tinted Lip Treatment with Butter Blend. And when I saw tinted lip treatment, I really expected it to be like a lip balm with maybe a tiny sheer amount of color. This is what I'm wearing today on my lips. This is very pigmented. This is in the shade Tawny Nude. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, Tawny Nude, that might be very similar to Spice Spice Baby from Too Faced, which was my all-time favorite lip product. And I think it is pretty close. I think it's pretty darn close. These are soft, like literally almost melting at the top. I don't have air conditioning in my house. It's not super hot here, but it almost looks like it's melting a little bit. But they're very like opaque, shiny, moisturizing. They feel really, really good. So there's kind of a nice vanilla-y scent. Highly recommend. I am in a few Facebook makeup selling pages. A lot of them are people who are selling things they've never used that they've got like from BoxyCharms and that kind of thing. Some people sell reused makeup, whatever, that's sanitized, but mainly it's new stuff. And I just put it out there. I was like, in search of high-end mascaras, because I have used some really good drugstore ones lately, but I wanted to try something different. So this girl had this one. It's the Wander Beauty Mile High Club Volume and Length Mascara. I haven't tried it yet, just got it the other day, but this is what the brush looks like. It's just like a straight across, nothing fancy, natural bristle brush. Sometimes these type end up being really, really good. Next stuff is all from Winners. There's no makeup here. It's all other things. Winners, when they first reopened, they had so much makeup. That's when I bought the Riviera palette from ABH. I bought my friend a few ABH palettes. I've been back there a few times, and they have not been getting shipments. They haven't been getting their trucks. They've been very empty. And when I say Winners, that's TJ Maxx for you Americans. But it's the same company. And it's been empty. So there hasn't been a lot, which is a good thing for me. These are mainly necessities with the exception of one thing. I'll show you that thing first. I was in there with my friend and I randomly saw this. It was on clearance from 50 down to 39 and the MSRP is 70 on this. This is the brand Nooks. if you've been with me for a while, you know I love this stuff. So this is the Huile Protégé multi-purpose dry oil face body hair. That's this. So that's the oil, which I love, have gone through multiple full sizes of. This one is the Precious Scented Shower Oil with Golden Shimmer. It's essentially a body wash. This is my favorite thing to use in the summertime after the beach because it just has this like warm, like beachy scent. It's so nice. So I've used both of these before and I love, but what I haven't ever used and I've always wanted, which was also in this set, I have a dog hair on my nose, is this. This is the Perfume. So this is the Protégé Le Perfume. And I freaking love it because it has the exact same scent as the oil and the body wash, but it's a perfume. So good. So this, I don't think this is the same as a full size. This is 1.6 fluid ounces. I think the full size might be a little bit bigger than this. I could be wrong. But anyways, for the price for all of these, because the full size of this perfume itself is $70, which I got all this for $39. So I'm pretty happy, but this is such a nice scent. It's like if you had suntan lotion as a base and then added in like an ambery vanilla lightly and then added in like sand and salt. That's what this smells like. So good. Okay, also from Winners, I bought a package of these. I actually have been really enjoying the face shaving process. So these are just a random brand, California Almost Famous, but I wanted to show you because they're essentially these razors that you just kind of like lightly go on your face and you can get rid of all the light baby hairs. I get them especially like around this area. Instead of me narrowing my mustache, now I just do this. But I don't really use them anywhere else on my face, mainly just here and here, nowhere else. But they work really well to get rid of that, and I like what it does. It just kind of gives me a little bit of a smoother finish. Also, 2 sunscreens. Okay, so actually I should say this. I have purchased now 2 separate sunscreens from Sephora and had to return both of them because they were awful for the face. I got a super goop one that everything just balled up on top of it, and then I got the Drunk Elephant one and there was something wrong with it. It was like expired or something, but it had these little balls in it that stayed on your face. They were white and I'm sure they were not meant to be there. And that also balled everything up. So I'm trying to find face sunscreen. I actually got another one, which I had ordered 3 months ago from Japan. Finally came the other day. But before that came, I bought these just because I was like experimenting. So this is the Neutrogena Sheer Zinc Face Mineral Sunscreen SPF 50. I used this once. It was good. I think it'll be okay. This is the one I'm wearing today, and this one is surprising. Okay, this is a kid's one. It's the Garnier Ombrell SPF 50 Plus for kids. And the reason I bought this and I thought this might be an okay face one is because it's a kid's one. And that means it's supposed to be gentle. Of course you put sunscreen on kids' faces too, so I figured it would be okay. It doesn't say anywhere on it for face, but I was like, no, it's gotta work. So I used this one today, and then I did this full face of makeup over top it, and it seems to be fine. So I'm pretty happy with it so far, but again, first time. So, and this is 240 milliliters for $7.99. I also need to get one to my son. He wants to start a skincare routine, so I'll give him one of these. We'll see. I'll give him one of these. But both of these, so this was $9.99, this was $7.99. And I'm like, okay, well, versus like $50 for a Sephora brand that isn't even working, let me at least try those. So we'll see about that. And then I got this. This is the brand Foxy Bay. Okay, so I've used another hair product from them, and I really like the scent of it. This is the Cool AF Heat Protectant Spray. The other one I think I used was just like a leave-in conditioner, but this is specifically a heat protector, $12.99, and it says plus biotin. I've needed, okay, I love the Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Primer UV Protectant, Heat Protectant, but I don't like the price of it, so I only like to buy it when I can get it on a deal. So I was looking for something else. This one has a nice scent too. It's not as nice as the other one. But I was like, let me just try it because I haven't had good success with like drugstore ones that I've tried. Okay, there's two things I bought from Amazon, and then I'll show you all my Sephora stuff. This is the other sunscreen I was talking about. This is the Biore Aqua Rich Watery Essence SPF 50+. This is a cult product. I've gone through an entire one of these before. I know the skincare like addict community loves this stuff. I like it quite a bit too. I think that it works really well, especially under makeup. But I ordered this off of Amazon like in April, and it took till the middle of July to get here. So that was the reason I kept trying to buy other sunscreens. But I do really like this stuff, so I'm glad I finally got it. And then the other thing I got, I kind of just decided after I got my hair done that I needed a new blow dryer, because the one I have, I got as a gift for Christmas a year and a half ago, so not last Christmas, the one before, and it's just a Revlon one. Like, it works okay, but I was hoping to find something that would cut my drying time down and that would be a little bit more efficient. So I remembered that I used to have a Babyliss, and when I moved, it disappeared. So I was like, well, let me get another one. So this is the one I got. This is just a box. I have it in my washroom, obviously. And this is the Babyliss Pro Carrera 2. I don't know if that's the name. Anyway, 1750 watts. I think it was around $100. And so far so good. It has different heat settings. It has different like low, medium, high settings, that kind of thing. But it seems to give me a nice kind of like smoother almost dry than the Revlon one did. So I think it's worth it. Okay, moving on. I've got this stuff from Sephora. So a couple of these are actually online orders, and then I've been in the store a few times. Sephora is supposed to give you 2 samples with every online order. I don't know about you, but I'm lucky lately if I even get one that I put in. So here are 3 samples and then 1 gift with purchase. I'm definitely interested in trying this. This is the Sol de Janeiro shampoo and conditioner that they released recently. I'm going to assume it smells really good, so we'll see. I'll use that. This is the Juliet Has a Gun, not a perfume. I've tried this before, not a favorite of mine, but I know that lots of people like this. So I would like to get perfumes that I could just give to friends. Like, if that's an option for a free sample and then there's nothing else I want, I'll get a perfume so I can give to friends. This is the Algenist Liquid Collagen sample. I don't really know what this is supposed to do. I guess it's kind of like a serum. Got it. I guess it's kind of like a serum, so I'll see if I like it. And then this one is one of, like, I guess my only gift with purchase that I got. This is the Fresh Black Tea Firming Eye Serum. So I don't know if you can use it in place of an eye cream, or because it's a serum you have to put an eye cream over it, but it's just a little tiny guy, and I really like the Fresh Black Tea eye line. I don't ever want to have to pay for it because it's, in my opinion, Fresh is really overpriced for what it is, but I do like their eye stuff. But I've never tried this, so we'll see. Okay, there's all that. Everything else, there are so many repurchases. There's 3 repurchases and 3 new things, I guess, or 4 new things, but 3 repurchases. So let's start with the new stuff. Okay, I was in the store and I saw this and I was like, I need to know. I need to know. This is the Peace Out Wrinkles. 6 anti-wrinkle dissolving micro needling patches with retinol and peptides. I actually saw these online first and I was very intrigued, and then when I saw them in the store I was like, well, I gotta do it. So essentially you're supposed to wear these for 6 hours or longer. It says you should wear it overnight because like it takes a while, I guess, but it's supposed to eliminate wrinkles. And I don't really see, I get these when I lift my eyebrows, but my forehead doesn't really bother me. You don't really see a lot of wrinkles. What you do see on me is this and this, especially, you can see there. I was thinking about trying it on these and seeing if it makes any difference. Should I do a video series with this? Well, it wouldn't be a series. I'd probably just film it over the series of a few weeks and then put it out. Should I do that? I feel like I probably should, because I feel like people want to know about this. So I probably will do that if I can remember to. Also, I bought this. Now, I actually had purchased this when it first came out and I didn't love it, so I returned it. But then these went on sale and I was like, well, I like it enough to buy it. This is the Too Faced Shake Your Pom Poms little mini palette. And I really love the peach one. Actually more than love, I bought it twice. But this one, it's good, but I don't, like, I'm not thrilled with it, but it's a nice summer palette. So this one has the one like really sparkly green shade, and then really the only other color in there is this kind of light like pink. Everything else is a bronzy neutral, but there's nothing wrong with a nice bronzy neutral brown palette in the summertime. Like sometimes that's exactly what you're looking for. There's 4 of them, and there's the other 4. So there's the full palette on my hand right there. Every time I use it, I want to use this green, and I will tell you that the way it looks in a swatch is not really how it looks on the eye. It becomes a little bit more muted on the eye and not as shiny. So that's the reason I originally didn't love this palette when it first came out and I brought it back. But like looking at it now, it's just kind of a nice basic summer palette. So with it going on sale, I was like, well, I'll do it. So I did. Also, I bought a palette in store that I really was not on my radar at all, and I really didn't even care to look at originally. But then I saw it in store, and I first of all, you can't swatch anything in Sephora's anymore. So I feel like that was part of it. That was part of the reason I bought it, was because like I couldn't know until I bought it if it was good. So then I bought it. Make sense? Anyways, this is the Huda Beauty Pastels Mint. So this is the green one, and I only used it once so far, and it was very pigmented. It was very mint. I don't know that it suits me though. With my skin color, my eye color, I don't know that this is the right palette for me, but the quality was really good. All right, so there's all the colors there. I think the mattes work like really well. They're very pigmented. They show up, and then all the shimmers are quite shimmery, and they work really well as well. So, well, I should say I've only used it the one time, but they all worked really well when I used it. So, an interesting purchase for me. Like, I don't feel like it's something that I ever normally would have bought, but Sephora made me do it because I couldn't swatch it in store. I asked the last time I was there, not the time I bought this, but the last time I was in, I know I can't swatch things, but can you guys swatch things? And they were like, yeah. So good to know, because if you want to buy something but you can't swatch it, at least you can ask them to swatch it for you so you can see it, which is good. All right, the last thing that is not a repurchase is this. This is the other mascara I bought. This is the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. I didn't give in to the hype when this was all over YouTube when they first launched this, but I got a sample recently and I was pretty blown away. Pretty blown away. This is so heavy, by the way, like very heavy. I'm not going to open this one because I might decide to use the Wander Beauty one first, and if I love it, then I want this one to last, you know, until after. But here's my sample, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen this already, but this is what the brush looks like. It's kind of long, natural bristles, kind of triangular, but it gives a lot of length and a lot of volume. So I was really happy. I don't know what got into me lately. I just wanted to try some high-end mascaras again. I've been using drugstore ones for a really, really long time. All good ones, but I just was like, no, let me try something high-end and see like how I like it. So bought the Wander in this one, and so far the Hourglass one is awesome. Okay, so last 3 things. This is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. If you know, this came out in BoxyCharm last year. I used up my entire one and I loved it. This is a cooling, it actually feels cold. It fills in my lines really nicely, and so I used up my entire one. I really loved it, so I repurchased that. This is really the only eyeliner I ever use now. This is the Clinique Pretty Easy Liquid Eyelining Pen. My good friend Alejandra, I need to ask her because she is going by her actual name now instead of Alex. So I'm like, maybe I should call her Alejandra now. I really need to learn how to pronounce Spanish names better, because I feel very Canadian when I say it. But anyways, She gave me this for Christmas a couple years ago and I love it, and now it's the only one I use. So the Clinique Pretty Easy Liquid Eyelining Pen, not the eyeliner I'm wearing today, but I love this one for my, it's the best daily one that I've ever come across. And then this, the last thing in this whole haul is the Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid from Urban Decay. I used up an entire one of these. These take me forever to get through because I hardly use any, and I had taken out the stopper and everything. Probably good like 2.5 years. Long time, and I use it every day. But yeah, this is in the shade Peach, and this is good for anybody who has very, very dark circles under their eyes. So I correct my dark circle first, and then I go over it with concealer, and it works out really well for me. So there's that. Oh, let me just swatch it since I have it right here so you guys can see. I like how Tara Babies, she always swatches everything, whether it's a powder or a concealer, like she swatches everything. I always forget to swatch stuff like this. But there's that color right there in the shade Peach, and it just cancels out darkness really well. All right, so that is it for my haul. I am still on a low buy, but I need to figure that out a little bit better again. Maybe once I'm off work and I really need to budget better again, I'll figure it out. But for now, I'm happy with most of these purchases, and let me know your thoughts. And that's it, I guess, because that's the end of the stuff I have to show you. So I hope you're having a great day. I hope that you're speaking kindly to yourself, especially when you look in the mirror. I love you guys. Glad to be back, but I need to like get in a little bit, like ease myself in. I don't know when the next video is gonna come, but it'll be eventually. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.